Happy Sunday, crypto and Web3 fans. We made it to a new week. Saylors buying more Bitcoin, and he's in the green with Bitcoin price in the high 29,000s. What about XRP? Well, we're going to talk about your moves in 2024. Will XRP be one of them? Will you be looking at FTSE high yield stocks? What about industrial stocks? Or is it all XRP? Let's explore the news and learn a little this Sunday morning. Happy Sunday, everyone! Yes, it's Sunday, and let's get into your comments. GR's Liso says, it's XRP, who cares? I guess it'll have to go through the next bull run market with no SEC lawsuit and pathetic returns before people know. We're going to talk about returns. We're going to talk about investing today, 2024 investing season. We're not talking about making money now. We're talking about making money in the future too. Rick Lavers says, Klaus, I like the price of XRP. It has allowed me to keep buying at a good price. Currently at 15,000, going for 50,000. Not trading, just building your thoughts. Well, this whole video will be my thoughts, so let's get into it. Bitcoin's in at 29,909. Saylors in the green, and he's nuts as fuck. ETH 1633. XRP, some retracement from the high, sitting at 51.8. XLM, same story at 10.9. Solana was pumping big, but retracing yet again. HBAR, not making a big move at 4.9. And what about XDC? Nope, not making a big move either, sitting at 4.5, down 1.6. All right, Israel-Hamas war intensifying clashes raise concerns that the conflict will widen. If the conflict widens, it's going to be a move to safe haven assets. Bitcoin, kind of. Gold, definitely. Oil, definitely. Safe haven assets could put more pressure on crypto going into deep Q4, long Q1 of next year. MicroStrategy bolsters Bitcoin holdings amid rising performance. That's right. Saylors get nuts, but he's nuts making money. Got some stats for you. MicroStrategy Inc., led by Saylor, has once again reinforced its bullish stance on Bitcoin by investing another, $147 million in the digital currency. This latest investment brings the firm's total BTC holdings to 158,000. He now owns 4.7 billion in Bitcoin. Jesus Christ. Now, store of value. Will XRP be used as a store of value more so in 2024? Here's why I bring up the Saylor thing. The company's decision comes amidst Bitcoin's strong performance, which has been outpacing traditional assets and other major indices. A recent chart comparison reveals a 147% growth in Bitcoin since it was adopted as a Treasury reserve asset by MicroStrategy as a store of value. So since they started keeping Bitcoin on their books, they're up 147%. Can you say the same about the stock markets? What about the FTSE? No, you can't. What about the Dow Jones? Nope, sorry, can't say that either. What about the Nikkei? Nope, sorry, Nikkei ain't doing it. So we're looking ahead, everyone. We need more companies to use crypto as a treasury reserve asset, as a store of value on their books. Saylor's doing it, and he's now up 147%. Holy shit. Let's keep learning. Will industrial stocks be bullish in 2024? We bring up industrial stocks. Why? Because it's all about learning on this channel. The reason industrial stocks could get a push is, let's pretend there's some Middle East conflict going on. And let's drop some bombs over Baghdad and just start blowing shit up, right? What happens after you blow stuff up? You gotta rebuild it. The biggest joke in the whole world is, hey, if you ever want an economy to start booming again, you start a war. Why? Because you blow shit up, you break it, you gotta rebuild it. When you rebuild it, what happens? Industrial stocks boom. So are you going to be looking at industrial stocks in 2024? Or are you thinking that the industrial stock play is going to be muted by overall bad global economic conditions where builders don't want to pay the high interest rates on industrial growth? And will industrial growth be thwarted by high oil price? See, that's why you follow this channel. We go way deep in the weeds on strategy. Gonna have to let this one play out a little bit, especially because the oil market is very volatile and tied into the Middle East conflict quite heavily. Oil starts pumping crazy, you might want to put the hold on crypto as a holding until oil recedes, but a little early for that. Let's keep going. Forget Bitcoin and Violet. I'd much rather invest in high-yield FTSE stocks, risk versus reward. Again, we're talking about what are we looking at for 2024. Is the market for crypto going to move in 2024? If you're one of those that's like, yo, we're going to have some time, things are going to be boring, and I'm in that crowd. Why? You ain't going to get regs in 2024 presidential election. You're going to have the Middle East conflict going on. You've got a whole bunch of global macroeconomic shitty situations. Might be hard for crypto to boom then. So people are looking at where can I put my money? Just like the original commenter said. Hey, I want to stack XRP. What do you think? What about this one? Pathetic returns, right? We're talking about where are you going to get the best return? Risk versus reward in your money. I do like a high yield. Most of the stocks in my portfolio are from the FTSE 100. This is from the article, not mine. As companies listed on the index pay some of the most generous dividends in the world. So they're looking at a defensive play. They're looking at global conflict saying, hey, if there's an increase in global conflict, let's start investing in some defensive plays that are always going to pay me out a dividend so that I'll always have cash coming in. What are your thoughts on that? Eleanor is sitting there saying, hey, guess what? The SEC isn't going down without a fight, so you're going to have more pressure on crypto. Thank you, Eleanor. I will have her Twitter information linked in the description down below. Now, we look at XRP price action, some ETF pump news. Yes, ETF pump news would be a good reason for our favorite cryptos to pump. But Saylors would also pump too. And then we'd have to sit here and be like, yo, Saylors not fucking nuts, he's the man. But ETF pump on XRP. So end of fourth quarter, beginning of 2024 is when we expect to get the SEC news from the SEC. Don't worry, when the news breaks, I'll share with you. Hit the subscribe button so you don't miss out. So you got that. You also have lawsuit meeting. Oh, that's happening November 9th, all right? Right around here. November 9th, lawsuit meeting. SEC and Ripple. We get a settlement then, and this shit's over. Yo, that changes things, doesn't it? Now when we start looking at things in the way, you're like, whoa, if the lawsuit's over, that's one less big thing in our way. So we've got a lot of pivotal things that we need to pay attention to. Now, volume, I don't expect volume to be big over this fourth quarter. I just don't. Where is the money going to go? Right now, people are looking at positioning. FTSE stocks, industrial stocks. What about, I don't know, rebuilding stocks, industrial growth stocks? Yeah, see what I'm saying? So we're going to need to see some of this new stuff play out. U.S. debt ceiling, yeah, that's got to play out too. Global conflict, Middle East action, yeah, that's got to play out as well. The whole Russia-Ukraine thing's been quiet for a while. Putin might want some camera time. So maybe he spices up that action over there. We're going to have to wait a little bit. These next few weeks, you might not see much price action, but I believe you're going to see a lot of news action. And that news action is going to tell you exactly what you need to know of where you want to place your bets in late 2023, early 2024. Now, the reason I brought these stories up today is because I'm actually one of these people. I've got a list on my PC of about 40 different homes and properties that I'm interested in. Why? Because there's a massive auction happening by me, a tax auction. I'm also looking at dividend stocks. I'm also looking at shorting those industrial stocks. That's just what I'm doing. But a lot of us out here, we're like, look, we need to start planning for 2024, first quarter, second quarter. What are the moves? I told you what my moves are. I told you what news events I'm looking at to help me make the best decisions. What are your choices that you're looking at making at the end of this year into 2024? Because look, you can't just sit here with the same strategy, playing the same strategy over and over. You will always lose. So you got to change it up. You got to be with the times, with the news and current events. One of the things that I'm paying big attention to is Middle East conflict and oil prices. If the Middle East conflict just goes on and oil shoots up, you're going to have these speculators just can take off with this shit. The hard part is if the Middle East action goes on even further, not only are we going to have oil speculation go up during the winter, which is during low usage months, you could then potentially have those oil prices go up as we start ramping into driving season next year, which would have a big double impact on prices, which would mean gas would be freakishly high. If gas is freakishly high, the rest of the economy starts falling. Why? Because everything is shipped. So that means you'd be paying a fuel shipping premium on all your items again. Remember the fuel surcharge shit you guys started seeing on all your bills? Exactly. So I'm putting cash on the sidelines right now, and I'm using news events like the stuff I shared with you today. Also looking at some auctions to see what real life live prices are. Maybe I'll share my auctions stuff with you. I'm going to a couple of them here soon. But I'm using all that info to make my determination on how I want to start playing the future. Look, 2023 is pretty much over, so we got to look ahead. And looking ahead is what this channel is all about, because looking ahead is all about providing you with information. Now, if you believe that the information I provided you today was worth it, hit the like button. If you really liked it and you want more, hit the subscribe button and notification bell. Now, if you super liked it, drop me a comment and tell me how much you liked it, and I'll probably get back to you. What am I doing today? Well, I ran a half marathon yesterday as part of my training. Today, easy recovery run, real light lifting and stretching session. Recovery drink, because I need it because my legs are wobbly. You cool cats, though, have a great rest of your day, and Saylor is still fucking nuts.